The City of Bend is excited to announce the hiring of our 10th police chief, Mike Krantz. Chief Krantz is a lifelong Oregonian who's excited to call this area home and to be a leader here in Bend.
When Jim Porter announced his retirement, it really gave me an opportunity to first do some listening sessions within the department to make sure that as we proceeded with filling that role, that we were really listening to what not only the department needs, but also what the community needs.
I think really it's the opportunity to engage community and develop policing around what the community really wants from their police agency.
And those themes included visionary collaboration, somebody that could really take the partners that we've built in the community, both law enforcement partners, social service partners, partnerships with our community organizations, and take them to the next level.
I think the correct progressive, creative, innovative mindset is what policing needs, and we need it from the community. What I have talked about, what I'd like to build on, is the momentum from an engaged community. Being able to capture the momentum and having people engage, but then long-term engagement is frequently what is difficult with getting community members involved, is that long-term engagement and commitment, and ensuring that you have representation from all different aspects of the community, not just one group. So being inclusive as many people as you can to really get the voice and then develop your police department, or whether it be policy or response, out of that more engaged voice.
It's that kind of his thinking around the change that needs to happen with law enforcement. Of all the candidates, he was somebody that I think was had the sort of the most clear sort of vision for where we need to go. And it wasn't necessarily here are the answers, but it was here's the process to engage the community to build a police department that truly reflects the values of folks here in Bend.
There's a lot of opportunity to look around at, was it training, policy, accountability? Those are always important pieces for a lot of community members who want to be engaged with their public safety agencies. But also then, how do we respond to crime? And how do we address and address if crime rates are rising? How do we address that? If there's problematic behavior or instances going on, how do we address that? How do we work more as a problem-solving approach?
I think it goes to the sort of that human level. It's the genuineness. He's a very real person, has a really interesting story, and he wants to know other people's stories. And those stories help build towards, the kind of law enforcement that we want to see here in Bend. It's embedded in sort of that community fabric. And so what set him apart is he had that sort of philosophy and value set, but then he also could back that up with real experience and 27 years of a career that really is about creating meaningful change. And that really was evident throughout the process, and really pleased to have him as our next chief.
If we just are human and respectful and really just take the heart of service with our community, that's a huge piece of building trust. And I can say a lot, and I can meet with a lot of people in groups, and I can talk at an executive level, but the philosophy that's here already is really engaged with the community, and that's a desire of the members here, is they'd like to work with the community. So just continue to build on that, and I think we'll have a recipe for success.